What is up, my little gorgeous people, and welcome back to another day on my channel. And I know I said that eventually I would talk about why I got kicked out of my house, so I decided to talk about it now and talk about it in this video. That way you guys knew the reason why, and that way I could just get it off my chest. Basically, my sister moved down to Texas with me and my family because she was planning on moving to Florida with her boyfriend. That didn't really go to plan, and they ended up breaking up, so she was going to be staying with us for a little bit until she figured out where exactly it was she was going to go. She was going to save up money, that way she could move out, of course. Something that me, my brother, and my sister have all noticed is that we can't really save up money living with my mom because she's always asking someone for money somehow. My mom wasn't working, so she was always at the house, you know, stuff like that. I'm going to be completely 100% honest with you guys. I smoke marijuana. If I expose myself, then nobody else can. Now, me personally, this isn't me telling you guys do pot or do any other drugs. Don't do that. Like, literally don't. And as long as you're doing it in a safe environment with people that you trust, stuff like that, there's nothing I can do to tell you not to do it. And I'm not going to be like, hey, don't do this because, you know, it's something that I do myself. Of course, I wasn't comfortable telling my mom I smoke marijuana because I know how she feels about it. But to me, she can't really get mad at somebody such as her child for smoking marijuana when she's literally in a relationship with somebody who not only smokes but deals marijuana. So I mean, a lot came out. One night I was with my sister and I was on the phone with my friend and she was having a breakdown. She was crying and I was talking to my friend while I was with my sister. When I was with my sister, she was smoking and this guy who lived in our house, because my mom just lets anybody live in our house. And at first I was like, no, I'm not gonna hit it. I'm not gonna hit it because mom's already yelling at me and I don't need to go home high and is upset. You know, I'm talking to her, blah, blah, blah. Eventually, me and my mom get into an argument via text message and she keeps calling and calling and calling and I'm not answering the phone because not only am I with my sister, I'm on the phone talking to my friend who needs me. So then eventually I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna hit it. What's the point? Like, she's already irritating me. I just need to calm down. I just need to relax. So I hit it like 3 times and that was it. Now, I know how my mom is, so I was like, I'm gonna tell her I'm with because you're smoking and I don't really want her knowing that I smoke, whatever. So I told my sister to drop me off down the street. Well, my mom was camped out in the garage for whatever reason and had both me and my sister come outside. She asked if I was high. I told her no because honestly I really wasn't. I only hit it like 3 times. I was not high. I wasn't lying. She said something to me along the lines of like, go somewhere else or whatever. I text my friend who lives across the street from me like, hey, do you mind if I like stay at your place tonight? Like, I literally think I'm gonna have to stay at your house, like blah, blah, blah. Is that okay? He's like, yeah, just let me know what's going on. I pack a bag just for the night. And then my mom comes storming into my room, screaming at me and just going on and on and on. I don't know exactly what she said, but I told her to stop. And she was like, stop, why are you telling me to stop? And I was like, because you're doing too much. Like, you're being extra for no reason. A lot of you guys are like, wow, you're disrespecting your mother. Well, no, yes, sort of. I'm not telling anyone to disrespect their mothers, but the relationship that me and my mom had, there is no respect for each other. And everyone's gonna always say, well, she gave birth to you, you owe her that respect. No, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't believe in that like a lot of other people do. Just because she gave birth to me, I'd never asked to be born. 2, you can't put that on a kid. Well, they gave birth to you. They risked their life for you. No one told them to do that. When you have a good parent your entire life and a parent that's there for you and a parent that genuinely puts their life on the line for you and everything, then yeah, that's a different story. But when you had a mom like my mom, sorry, there's just no respect there. I'm being completely honest. I have no respect for her. We get into an argument and then she's like, I'm your mother. And I was like, you don't act like one. And she's like, I don't act like one. And then she comes at me ready to swing at me. The only reason why she missed when she swung at me is because I moved out the way. I screamed, do not hit me, don't put your hands on me. My sister comes running into the room and both of my brothers are like standing at the door like, what the hell is going on? So she's like, oh, since you want to do this and this and this, you can get out my house. You need to pack all your shit and get out. So I was like, okay. So that was the first sign of her kicking me out. Then she brings 2 black garbage bags upstairs, throws them at me and walks away. So I pack my computer and my PS4, which I bought with my own money, and that's the only reason why I packed them, into one bag. And I packed some clothes for like 2-3 days in another bag. She tells me not to come back to her house, don't step foot in her house, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay. I go to my friend's house, I tell him everything that happens, and he's like, I'll talk to my mom in the morning. His mom is now letting me stay with them. I did not know that night she also kicked my sister out. If I hadn't known she kicked my sister out, I most definitely would have been like, hey, can my sister also stay here? But I didn't know. So she slept in her car for the first night. So I missed that day of school. I asked my friend, I'm like, hey, can you help me just go inside and like pack my stuff real quick so I can get it out of her house? Because she literally like kicked me out. She told me not to come back and I just want to get the rest of my clothes and stuff like that. So my friend goes with me into my house to get my stuff, like to pack my stuff. I get black garbage bags, Turned to find out she already packed my entire room. She took all my posters off the wall. She took all my fan stuff off the wall. She took all my fairy lights off the wall. Had everything thrown on my bed. She packed all my bags and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, so we already had my bags packed, and all I had to do was just now bring it downstairs and into my friend's car so we could take it to my friend across the street's house. So she calls my friend's mom and they want me to come back over to the house. I go over to the house, and basically for an hour I'm sitting there getting told that I'm wrong, that I should apologize to my mother, that my mom deserves respect, but she also should be giving me respect, but she deserves more respect than what I've been treating her. And I'm like, you guys literally have only heard part of a story, and you're completely acting like what happened to me and what she's put me through and everything has not existed. My junior year, for 2 weeks, she did not let me go to school, and she kept saying that was my choice. No, I would get ready to go to school, and she would tell me to either come home from school, drive to school, come home from school, like second period, and she'd call me out for the rest of the day because she had a warrant for her arrest, and she wanted to know if the police were at her house. So for 2 weeks, I missed school my junior year because she not only put herself in danger, but she put my brother in danger. Then, before even all that happened, the guy who assaulted me, her boyfriend, who's currently still her boyfriend, who she says she doesn't talk to, but she does, was still living in the house. I literally, for about another year, had to live with my abuser. Sorry. On top of all of that, I find out from 3 different people who are also the 3 people that she always says that, well, these different people, I'm not going to tell you their names, told me that you said you lied about it. Those 3 people also told me that she told them I lied about it, and that she told them that I've said all this and this and this, and those are the exact same things that she's telling me that they're telling me. She goes, I don't know who to believe because I wasn't there. I don't care if you weren't there. I'm your daughter, and you're still going to make me live with the guy who sexually assaulted me, who raped me. Okay. Whatever. Then, on top of that, she now is trying to put me and my brother against each other. She's telling him that we've told him certain things, and she's telling us that he's told us certain things, which then it comes back to us that he's never said that. And of course, I don't care. My brother could literally disown me, make me feel like complete. I would never tell the things that he's told me to my mother because 1, I know how she gets, 2, I respect him enough not to, and 3, he respected me and trusted me to tell me these things, so why would I tell him that? So we go to make a police report about how she swung at me and threatened to run me over with her car and to beat me so bad that she would go to jail, and once she got out of jail, she would come back to finish me, all that shit. I go to make a report. She calls my sister, so while we're waiting for the officer, we're listening to the phone call. She's basically telling my sister that I'm a whore and that I'm a slut and that I'm a liar because I'm no longer a virgin, because I have guys in the house and all that. Specifically, the one thing she brought up was my best friend and my best friend. They stayed the night at my house. Neither of them smoke. They don't do bad things. They're good children. They both spent the night at my house, and they were both in my bed. My mom was like, she has these guys in her bed. You mean? And not a guy, she's a girl. We're all clothed. She's not even under the same blankets as me, and but I have all these different guys. She's like, I don't know if she slept with, and I don't know if she slept with, I don't know if she slept with this person, but she's not a virgin, and blah, 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 blah. And when I asked her about it, she tells me she is. Well, yeah, because 1, I don't fucking trust you enough to tell you that I'm not, and 2, because literally you just called me a slut and a whore to my sister because I wasn't a virgin, but then you expected me to go and tell you that I wasn't a virgin. Like, what? Okay, whatever. So then I'm staying with my friend, and she has no contact with me, but she calls the police on us, and that was my final straw, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to move to Iowa back with my father. But my sister had other plans, and she left me here in Kansas with my grandma because she knew I'd have a better opportunity, a better place to be, better learning environment, and all that, which I completely respect that she did. She waited until we leave, because she watched us leave, to then file a runaway report, meaning that if the police were to have found me in the car with my sister, they would have had to bring me back to Texas or something along those lines and whatnot, which I'm like, how are you going to file a runaway report when you see me leaving? You know I'm leaving, like, hello? You could have came across the street, but you didn't. Okay. So then she not only is like 3 in the morning, has the police at my friend's house. Now his mom's having to deal with the police, which to me, what is wrong with you? Why would you do that? She's got 3 kids, a job herself, a single mom, has to go to work and all that jazz in the morning. You're gonna send the police to her house. So there's a lot that went into me getting kicked out of my house. There's more I can tell you, but like, I'm not trying to disrupt my grandma who's now at the house, and I don't want to give her more stress about the situation than already is. So if you guys want like a part 2 where I go more in detail about certain things that I was going to touch before my grandma got here, just let me know and I'll give that to you guys. But other than that, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, a comment down below, subscribe, share with your friends, tell me what else you would like to see on my channel. I love you guys so much. Goodbye.